If you think woke culture is innocent and won't affect you, you really need to watch on. Because we really need to talk about woke culture right here in Singapore. If not, you'll go out of control. So, for a start, what the heck is woke culture and wokeness? Now, if you're as old as me who's only contact with youngsters, actually never, cause maybe you don't even have contact with other people as well because you know friends. But boomers might think that being woke is a Gen Z lingo, which is to know about current affairs or whatnot. In fact, ask me 2 years ago and I'll say the same thing. Here's the thing, you are kind of right and wrong also. It's going to be complicated, so stay awake please. You see, for a start, using woke as an adjective to describe someone who's aware of current affairs or something like that isn't exactly accurate. Instead, staying woke is generally to be aware of any injustices or discriminations around the world and not be an idiot who doesn't know about them. For example, when you see a sleeping chunky stray cat in Yishun, you might think that the cat is having a great life, being fed so well and sleeping at 2 PM in the afternoon. When you think that way, you're not woke. Because fact of the matter is that being a stray cat is not ideal. The lifespan of an outdoor cat that has to fend for itself is much lower than a domestic cat at home. So therefore, you can say that you're not woke about the situation. Get it? So it can be used in many contexts, like for example LGBTQ rights. Now, like that, it seems okay cause we should stay woke so that we won't be stuck in a bubble with incorrect perspective of the world, right? Yeah, that used to be the case but in recent years, it has been overused instead, so much so that it has become harmful in some cases. They are not even anti-woke movement. Now before I move on, let me just say that everything I say here is super simplified. I've used examples and analogies to make them easier to understand. If you want to read the chimp version with all the correct terminologies, I've left some links in the description for my YouTube video, so watch this video on YouTube instead. Yeah, so why did woke become harmful? Is when people didn't just become woke for the sake of becoming woke. They become so woke that they want everyone to stay woke too in how they define woke. But one of the reasons why they do that is performative. Now you yeah, so let me give you an example. So let's say that you see that chunky cat in issue and maybe you just say aloud in social media, "Ayo, this cat must have a good life." It doesn't matter whether you are not woke, ignorant, or maybe you have a different view or heck, maybe you are just joking. But when a super woke person, whom I will call performative woke person, short form for PWP, hear that, you'll get super angry. He wants to cancel you for being not woke. Then he posts a view online, trying to cancel you for your views. Then because being woke online will make you look like a super kind person online, everyone else online also cancel you. Now, whether your view is right or wrong, it doesn't matter. A group of PWP has attacked you, and they look like the good guys in most netizens' eyes. Then you'll be cancelled and you learn your lesson. Sounds familiar? I won't list down names, but yes, woke culture and wokeness are very real in Singapore, especially PWPs can hide behind a smartphone to look kind. And there are many PWPs in Singapore. Here's the even more interesting thing. Performative means a person does it not because they believe in it, but because it makes them look good only. I can go on and on about this, but I guess you can already easily relate to situations in Singapore. It's harmful because people cannot have different views, and also it makes communication so much more difficult, and we cannot even make a simple joke if not you look like we are not woke. Because in case you didn't know, I have to hold back many of my jokes because of wokeness in Singapore. Now, it has caused many serious issues, with people losing their jobs or even people dying because of this too, as PWP start to cancel people. Therefore, if there's one thing you must learn from this lesson, is this. There's a reason why I use the word chunky even when my English is F9. Now, if you learn something, maybe you should also learn about MLM, which you can watch here. And thank you for spending almost 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.